And here we are, here on Vertumna, and it is once again glow season, the most dangerous season. I guess there's one. Okay, we'll go check out, see where everyone is. Okay, so there's Dee's over there, there's those two. And I think there's Cal. Cal is hiding in the shed trying to calm down Socks. I hope she ends up being okay. Maybe since you're over here, we should wait it out in here too. Wonder what visiting the spa does. Selected memory to forget. Okay, I guess. Well, I mean, I'm gonna relax in the lounge since that's kind of the only thing I have. Nothing much happens this month. You spend most of the time spacing out to whatever's on your hearspeak, occasionally nodding hello to other colonists passing through. You binge a few seasons of a show you've been meaning to rewatch. No, I think I still want those memories. You wake up to the soothing sound of your dad's voice, then remember he's still gone. You wonder how long it will be before you stop expecting him to be here. You're lying in bed, staring at the wormhole through your window, when you hear a deep thump resonate through the ground, then a second one, quieter. The woven roof of your room quivers, unleashing a season's worth of fine glowing dust to sift through the air. You open your window and hear your voices sounding the alarm. The annual offensive is here, and leading the charge are two massive faceless. Oh no. Just hearing people shouting about the faceless triggers panic. Your chest clenches, your guts roil, and you break out in cold sweat. You're no use to anyone like this. Best to just stay inside. You pull the covers up over your head and try to calm down. Every so often you hear more of those deep whoomp noises and zzz of blast rifles. They get louder, so close you can differentiate the massive footfalls of the creatures and what must be the heliopause's explosives. The walls shake with the shock waves of the explosions. When you hear a loud thud, the loudest you've ever heard, your entire room shakes, the floor and walls vibrating with the massive shock waves that rips through the quarters. Then nothing. Silence. A few minutes later, your hollow palm chimes an all-clear message. You creep out to your balcony to survey the damage. People filter out of their hiding places, shielding their faces from the heat coming off the bonfire in the middle of the square. On the horizon, the first watery rays of quiet sunrise are struggling to make a dent in the hot orange glare. The colony's fire suppression system is turned on the square, revealing two charred corpses of the two faceless. Utopia walks by with a reclamation team hauling an industrial flask cutter on a hover lift. Did you see the Minin explosives? Utopia says in Oz. Mighty bold of him. Those things will blow a hole in a mountain, or a creature, I suppose. She sighs. Wish he could have saved them from mining. That must have been the last of them. We sure can't make more. Then she and her crew are out of earshot as they pick their way down the blaster crater to carve up the faceless for recycling. Unfortunately, the colony wasn't prepared for an attack of this magnitude, or the havoc the Governor Loom brought down with the explosives. While everyone was distracted by the pyrotechnics, Xenos got into one of the greenhouses and destroyed the next season's seedlings. And not all the explosives went off. As Utopia's team starts their cleanup, a stray charge suddenly explodes in the field. Shrapnel zips past you as everyone dives for cover. A piece hits you in the thigh. Ye effing stars, ouch! As you gingerly check the nasty burn on your leg, you consider that if Utopia is right, at least the garrison's out of explosives to play with. You can't just nanoprint more unstable molecules like those. But how will the colony defend itself during the next attack? Well, now it's early quiet and 17, and we've grown into our young adult appearance, it seems. And I guess I'm kind of curious to check on where our relationships are with everyone. Oh! Wow. I have 94 friendship with Cal. Well, we'll see if we can find anything. Hey, Tangent. So we're at war then, Tang says, fiddling with her microscope. I'm of mixed feelings. First of all, nature has been at war with us since the day we landed, so if it takes an official declaration in order to secure more resources for engineering, I accept it. Welcome to the good fight, administration. She pulls back from the microscope and blinks, rubbing her eyes. On the other hand, it's ridiculous to declare war on an intangible enemy. One may as well declare war on aging. Hey, Anemone. Oh, Bushwood. You come across Anemone just sitting on the bench, her rifle slung across her knees as she stares into the middle of the distance. She snaps to attention when she sees you. Hey, Solana, she says. What do you need? Nothing, just checking on you. You. Base. I guess he's here, so we kind of have to see what he has to say. Finally, are we going to actually do what we've been training for? Base says, stretching his arms across his chest, shaking out his hands. He bounces on the balls of his feet. Me and my boys are going to salt the sodding earth out here. Just you wait. In 1 generation, there's going to be no trace of them. Just humanity at the top of the food chain like we're supposed to be. I can't stand you. Hey! You and Nomi are talking when they suddenly go quiet and look down at the ground. Seconds later, a group of Helio soldiers walk past you, ignoring you and Nomi entirely. Nomi picks at the edge of their sweater. Sorry, they mutter. Sometimes it's easier if everyone pretends they don't notice me. Oh, Nomi! Here, I have lots of these and I know you like them. And there's Rex. Over the years, a lot of people have started wearing a lot less clothes than you remember from when they were growing up on the climate-controlled stratospheric. Definitely a lot less than in the holovids you brought from Earth. Rex has really acclimated to Vertumnan's hot, sultry weather. Dude, put a shirt on. Are you kidding me? He asks, throwing his arms wide. First, it's hot as here. I work outdoors and hoo-wee, no joke. I'd take off more if I could. He cranes his head up to the sky. Second, I like the feeling of the sun on my skin. After 15 years in the sunless tube hurtling through space, I want to soak in as much as I can get. It makes me feel great. Rex laughs and knocks himself into your shoulder. I think our bodies were meant to live this way. Don't even get me started about pants, bud. Ugh, ew, Rex. Hey, Cal. It's hot and humid inside the geoponics bay, making your clothes stick to your skin as you look around for Cal. Eventually, you see him. His back turns to you as he lifts the bags of fertilizer into the wheelbarrow. You call out to him as you approach, and he turns to you with a beaming smile. Solana, he greets you. I was hoping I would see you today. As you open your mouth to respond, you hear a quiet crack and hiss from nearby. Oh, Dudette, watch out! Cal says, stepping between you, and what you realize too late is a humidity sprinkler. Cal laughs as he's blasted by a cloud of mist. For one perfect moment, he looks as if he's been outlined with 1,000 rainbows. Ah, dip. Cal whines, smiling as he shakes out his hair and flips it over his back. I should have let you take that one, but your clothes would have gotten wet. He stands up straighter as your gaze passes over his body. He's really grown into himself, is the thing. Before your eyes, a droplet of water bravely winds its way from the rise of his chest down the rippling of muscles of his abdomen to where it disappears into his shirt tied around his waist. Cal tilts his head, his smile turning a little teasing. He flexes his bicep at you. Caught you looking. Have you seen yourself? Cal's face goes completely red as he laughs and drops his pose. Ah, geez, Solana, he says, ducking his head. You can just barely see the edge of his smile. You can't just say things like that. He scuffs the dirt, rubbing the back of his neck bashfully. He starts, then laughs again. His smile turns soft. I like your hair. It's really pretty. Thanks, I've been growing it out. You really caught him off guard, but he doesn't seem to mind. Cal leans in. Can I tell you a secret? He asks. I'm not actually too hot in here. My enhancement means I'm always the right temperature. I don't even sweat. I just like taking my shirt off. Like, beating the crap out of each other and playing soldier isn't the only way to get a rockin' bod, you know? Oh, you know really well. You spend an enjoyable afternoon helping Cal deliver bags of fertilizer to every corner of the hydroponics bay. When the job ends, he claps you on the back. Oof, he's as strong as he looks. Cal chatters at you about his plan for the rest of the week. As you leave the hydroponics lab, the relatively cooler, dry air of Vertumna hits you like a slap. But of course, Cal doesn't look bothered at all. Race you to the cafeteria, he chooses, before taking you off down the path. You yell and run after him, causing a ruckus that makes a few adults shake their heads fondly at you as you tear through the colony side by side. I love him. And I found more mushwood. It kind of makes me want to spend more time in geoponics with him. We could work on organization. You hear a commotion over the geoponics domes, the kind that makes you drop your shovel and sprint over there. There's a crowd at the entrance of the domes. Governor Loom, Rhett, Cal, and a handful of agriculturalists from the semicircle around the entrance, looking up at... Oh no, it's Socks! She's perched over the door, her back arched with a fear as her great body grapples up the side of the geodesic dome. You hear the glass cracking under its strain. We knew this was going to happen eventually. She clicks her teeth and emitting a scared, mournful howl from deep in her belly. Cal is between the mob and Socks, his arms spread wide. Please don't hurt her, he cries. She's my pet, I promise. She's not dangerous. It's an alien monster, Loom snarls. It's not a pet. It's the enemy. Chief Rhett, I command you to destroy it. Chief Rhett levels his laser rifle at the dilly pillar. No! All eyes turn towards you. Governor Loom and Rhett are twin avatars of fury. Loom, red-faced and blustery. Rhett calm as he lowers the muzzle of his rifle. Why the hell should I wait? He says icy. Do you have a better idea? No. I don't have enough animals. There's nothing I can do. You avert your eyes as Chief Rhett pulls the trigger, but nothing can block the scent of sizzling flesh or the way Cal howls in anguish. You hear the thump of the dilly pillar hitting the ground. You monsters, Cal cries. I raised her from an egg. She was sweet and gentle, and you just want to kill anything you don't understand. Anything that's not human. Chief Rhett lowers his rifle. I'm sorry, Cal, he says. It was never your pet. It was a wild animal and dangerous. One day you'll understand. Cal sobs and presses his face into Sock's unmoving form, clutching at her fringe. You slip away, unable to watch anymore. Oh, Socks. The poor baby. She was so sweet. She was just scared. I'm sorry, Cal. It's your 17th birthday, but it's not just your birthday. Quiet is the time of new growth, a celebration of life and hope, not just for this year, but for humanity's presence on the Vertumna for years to come. You and your friends are the symbol of that hope. Quite literally, you are the future of humanity. As you're beginning to take your places as adults in the colony, the council decide to throw you a party in your honor, the Vertumnan Youth Ball. Mars is organizing it, of course. You get embossed invitation on real paper slipped under your door. I guess I could go. You slip into some party clothes and head over to the lounge to celebrate. Well, yourselves and yourself specifically. It is your birthday after all. The lounge is all decked out. The decorations look expensive. Must have taken a lot of Danner printer creds. Your friends are transformed too. Everyone has dressed up and looking like the young adults you're becoming. You can hardly recognize some of them. Mars catches your eye and waves. Her bangles jingle joyfully. She looks like a model from her holograms. Every inch of her is primmed and painted and perfumed. Solana, happy birthday. I'm glad you can make it, she says over the steady thrum of music. Drinks are over there. Make your song request to congruence and take off your shoes. You look down at your boots, then back at Mars, skeptically. She rolls her eyes and does a little bounce. Sock up, just like on Earth, duh. At the refreshment table, Cal is stuffing his face with party food, and Rex shoves 2 glasses of punch in your hands. Gotta stay hydrated, he says while pouring himself another glass. We'll be sweating it out one way or another. He winks at you. No. Don't let them fool you. Tangent mutters, joining you. She smears a glob of something pink and meaty looking on a cracker. It's a well-documented phenomenon that people inexperienced with inhaling alcohol begin to act as if they're drunk even if they're completely sober. To Rex, she adds, I mean, of course, that I'm not going to suffer any bad behavior. Rex grins as he pulls a flask out of his vest and pours a healthy addition into his glass. Who says it's gonna be an act? Let's get loose a little, come on, it's a party! The music changes into something with a fast pounding beat. Rex throws his head back and howls, Woo, it's time to dance! I think I'll just hang with my friends. I don't really dance. Rex and Mars take to the dance floor, joined by Anemone and a reluctant-looking vase. You stay behind with the others to watch, still marveling at how mature your friends seem tonight. They've transformed, like grotty little grubs, into beautiful Dorbsma. Dee shows up late and sulks around the outside of the lounge, eventually coming to pick at the food at the table. He keeps his distance from Tangent. Cal eventually heeds the siren's call of the dance floor and saunters over to join them. You're left making somewhat awkward small talk about the food with the 2 siblings. Nomi, who's playing DJ with congruence, spins up something a lot slower, more romantic. Grab a partner and pull them in close, they announce dreamily, or whatever distance you both feel comfortable with. Everyone giggles awkwardly and shuffles around, feeling the intangible friction of teenage politics. Who dances with whom? Who will make the first move? I'll talk to Cal. Cal grins and holds you at a respectful distance, his strong shoulders forming a natural dancing frame around your arms. You're a little embarrassed that you're so sweaty. Cal never works up a sweat. He just laughs and compliments your natural glow. On the dance floor, you bump into Anemone and Vase, who have stopped dancing and skipped directly into sucking face. Cal rolls his eyes. Oh, goodness. After the slow songs, Nomi spins Congruence's music library into something with a little more bounce to it. The dance floor once more floods with bodies, get ready to gyrate the night away. But the tunes are abruptly interrupted by Governor Loom's Here Speak hijacking the feed. He strides to the stage, flanked by Security Chief Rhett. Everyone on the dance floor whines in unison at having some buzzkill adult stop the music, but Loom just raises his hand and smiles indulgently. Look at all of you, he says, young pioneers. I look at you and see the future, not just of this colony, but of all humanity. You catch a few people rolling their eyes. You've heard this before. Rhett here, good man, real good man, really, the best of the colony, shared this poem from a great earth poet, Loom continues. Now, I'm not one for poetry myself, but if it's not something I want to share with you kids, tonight on the eve of something really big. He clears his throat and reads from his hollow palm. We cannot tarry here. We must bear the brunt of danger. We, the useful sinew races, all the rest of us depend. Down the edges, through the passes, up the mountains steep, conquering, holding, drawing, venturing as we go into the unknown ways, pioneers, oh pioneers. We primeval forest felling, we the rivers stemming, vexing, we piercing deep the mines within. We surface board the surveying, we the virgin soil upheaving pioneers, oh pioneers. I guess we are. Rhett looks a little pained, but Loom continues. What do you think this poem means, kids? He asks. Does it mean we should sit here in our colony politely, waiting for this planet to make space for us? He clenches his fist evocatively in the air. No, he exclaims. It means we need to get out there. We need to grab Vertumna and make it respect us. That's a bit aggressive. He points to you specifically. I need you, the next generation, to lead the charge. This is your planet, and you're old enough now to defend it. I'm asking all eligible fighters to join squads massing at expeditions to get out there and attack those monsters where they live. We're taking the fight to them. No more hiding behind our walls. To your left, Vase and Anemone lead the cheering that erupt. Not something that I really agree with. Loom and Rhett leave the music spinning back up again, but only a few died-hard partygoers still want to dance. Everyone else has broken into small groups to discuss the announcement. You are trying not to think about it. Nomi puts on a song with group dance everyone knows, and Rex tries unsuccessfully to get the party moving again. People are too stunned to really feel the vibe. Eventually, Rex sighs and slings his arms over Nomi's shoulder, gesturing you to close in. What a buzzkill, he grumbles, and Nomi nods. Now, you know what growing up on the Helio was like? You started to feel happy for a minute, and some uniform would come in and ruin it. I thought it would be different here, Nomi sighs. Instead, we made you more like us. This sucks. The party fizzled out as everyone drifts away from your lounge. You return to your empty quarters, your birthday forgotten. You've always been told this colony was safe. Now, you know that time is over. And now, it's mid-quiet. And we'll have to leave off for now, so bye!